This is Mike with MGP Studios. The game is Unbroken. Tell us a little about Unbroken.
Unbroken is an action RPG, which is best described as a Superhot and Bloodborne mix. The game takes place in a unique lore called Crest's Edge, and there's a breadcrumb type plot where you are supposed to find a traitor called Nielsen. And, well, there's no easy way to describe this game in a few sentences.
Yeah.
So it has a roguelite element where you are supposed to find this traitor, and every playthrough he can be somewhere different in the lore. So that's...
Now, when I was playing, I ran into it thinking, oh, this is a boomer shooter, and then immediately got destroyed. So tell us about the sort of strategy, what made you decide to go in a more strategic direction than more standard sort of shooter?
Well, that was actually pretty simple. Like you mentioned, a lot of games nowadays, especially with the retro aesthetic, they go for the boomer shooter vibe. And there's just, a lot of those games do those things usually really well. I usually always preferred games like Rainbow Six, where you had to take things more slowly and more tactical. And so that was the general idea. And a lot of people are comparing this kind of stuff to like Superhot. So fast-paced puzzle with lethal consequences. Or even a Tarantino movie where you have a build-up and then an extreme burst of over-the-top violence for a very short, brief period, and then moving on to the next one.
Yeah.
Like with Fear 1 also, with the slow motion.
Oh, sure.
Right. So that was the general gist. So once you start, it's a very important to use the slow-mo in this game, which is the resin. And once you do, you have to use the mechanics of the game to best of your abilities to string together combos, because that's the best way to rack up kills and do flashy moves, cinematic stuff. So as you probably noticed with the destruction, you hide behind cover. You think you're safe. Well, yes, again, the enemies are going to shoot through that cover and you have to move on.
Yeah.
So it's also like I'm trying to find that sweet spot between frustration. So between frustration and one more go. So you're trying...
Delicate line to walk, but...
Exactly, really, really tough.
Yeah.
But so you get that, you almost got that puzzle, but you got that flow, and then the next time once you get that flow, you'll just get that valley of death.
Awesome. What kind of release schedule looking at for the game?
Well, currently I'm aiming for January 2024.
Okay.
This obviously depends on various factors. If it's going to be an early access or if it's going to be a full release. Currently I'm in a closed beta, so depending on the community feedback, we will see how things go.
Cool, and finally the big question, why should people buy and play Unbroken?
Well, okay, not patting myself on the back or anything, but it's just a cool game, and it's got some pretty cool visuals, some really cool destruction, and a pretty awesome soundtrack, if I might say so.
Awesome. Once again, this is Mike for Unbroken. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to see more videos 2 times a week from Game Boy Roulette, Dollar Store Gaming, 10 Things You Missed, and much, much more. I'm Brian J, and I'll see you next time.